Rapper Sean Diddy Combs is in solitary confinement after a source says he was involved in a prison fight. Combs is serving a 50-month sentence in a New Jersey prison.
You guys, Diddy was already attacked in prison. He woke up with a knife pressed to his throat. And, you know, thoughts and prayers to the knife. I hope it's okay.
How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane.
Wait, not Beyonce getting exposed again by Jaguar Wright for allegedly having a hand in the attack on Diddy's life a few days ago. As we speak, Diddy and his team are working hard to get him transferred because an inmate reportedly tried to end his life. And apparently, Roc Nation may be more involved than we think. First, there was Nicki Minaj accusing Beyoncé and Jay-Z of allegedly trying to poison her. Then, Tory Lanez was mysteriously stabbed multiple times. And now Diddy has also been attacked. Everyone cannot be telling the same lie. Keep in mind, Diddy is one of the few people who may know some of the alleged secrets involving Beyoncé and Jay-Z, and some of these things he was supposedly involved in. So, if anyone has enough information to hurt their reputation, it could be him. And the crazy thing is, this is not even the first reported attack on Diddy since he went to prison. So, some people believe that someone powerful may want him gone for good. Now, in case you somehow missed it, this whole situation happened a few days ago when TMZ reported that Diddy had been placed in solitary confinement after getting into a serious fight with another inmate. Apparently, the fight started after the inmate made a comment about sleeping with one of Diddy's exes before she was with him. According to reports, Diddy stood his ground and fought back. A reporter named Lar Roa claimed that she received a call from someone inside the prison saying Diddy even choked the man out because he allegedly believed the inmate had been paid to attack him. You see, the story going around is that the inmate made that comment on purpose to start a fight with Diddy. The alleged plan was to create a reason for the fight and then possibly kill Diddy. The idea was supposedly to make Diddy angry enough to fight and then take his life during the situation. But from the looks of it, Diddy did not make things easy for him.
Breaking news for you right now. TMZ is reporting that Diddy just got into a fight in prison and has been moved to solitary confinement. He reportedly got into it with another inmate this week at his federal lockup. It's in Jersey, New Jersey. Sources say that the other inmate disrespected him and Diddy decided to handle it himself. So who the hell knows what's going on in there? I for one, do not want to know. Anyways, they started throwing hands before prison staff broke it up. That's what the report says. Now remember, Diddy was set to get out in February of 2028, but that release date assumed that he is earning good behavior credit the whole time. I think it's safe to assume that a fight like this probably changes that timeline. We'll have to see. The prison isn't commenting, and so far Diddy's team...
Now, as soon as this new information came out, people started accusing Beyoncé and Jay-Z of allegedly being behind the plan to take Diddy's life. And it was not difficult for some people to reach that conclusion, because this is not the first time their names have been mentioned in a story like this. You see, as I said earlier, Diddy is not the only person who has allegedly faced something like this. Tory Lanez was also attacked in prison, and to this day, some people believe Beyoncé and Jay-Z had something to do with it.
And the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tah and Alex Bart.
They met on Saturday before. They met
They
on Saturday.
met with our witness.
Night.
And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want... Listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this.
Just like Diddy, Tory was also attacked by an inmate. But he was not as lucky as Diddy. He was not just stabbed once. He was stabbed 14 times. The statement said Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing machine. Now, going back to Diddy. This recent incident with the inmate was not the first time he has faced a situation involving an attempt on his life since going to prison. If you remember, not long ago, he also got into trouble after he was caught with the infamous prison alcohol known as moonshine. For those who do not know, this drink is basically a homemade prison drink made from things like Fanta, apples, and sugar. The mixture is left to ferment for weeks inside a plastic bag. In prison, it is often called pruno. It can be dangerous because it may contain bacteria or even harmful cleaning chemicals. According to TMZ, Diddy was caught with it just as prison officials were preparing to move him from his old unit to a new one. But after this incident, he reportedly stayed where he was. Apparently, his new unit was supposed to be better and cleaner, but now he was going to remain in his current unit. First, making and drinking this stuff is against prison rules. Second, Diddy made a big deal during his trial when he told the judge that this was his first time being sober in 25 years. So, the fact that he was later caught with this drink made people question whether he had been honest in court. Now here is where things get even more serious. A source said that, apart from possibly harming himself with the drink, Diddy could also make himself a target for someone else to poison him. The source said there was a real concern that someone could poison him, either because of the way the alcohol was made or through deliberate contamination. Inmates sometimes use dangerous ingredients such as bleach, yeast from bread, or rotten fruit. Now, the interesting part is that Jaguar Wright had already claimed that something like this could happen. But at the time, many people called her crazy, bitter, or a clout chaser. And now, people are saying her claims are starting to look different. If you remember, during her famous appearance on Piers Morgan's show, Jaguar did not hold back. She accused Jay-Z and Beyoncé of being a powerful couple with many alleged secrets that the public has not seen. She also claimed that Jay-Z allegedly put millions of dollars behind the investigation into R. Kelly, not because he cared about the victims, but because he wanted the attention surrounding Aaliyah and other old industry secrets to stay focused on Kelly instead of himself. She claimed he allegedly did something similar with Diddy. Basically, Jaguar believes Jay-Z is allowing Diddy to take the public blame while keeping himself and Beyoncé away from the controversy.
Publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert?
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things. See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties. And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy.
Inter 4. These allegations caused a huge reaction online. People immediately started talking about how close Jay-Z and Beyoncé were to Diddy. People also started looking again at Beyoncé's song called Daughter from her album Cowboy Carter. In the song, she talks about what she might do if someone messes with her husband. The lyrics describe someone being attacked after crossing her. Now, obviously, we are not saying Beyoncé confessed to anything, so do not take the song as proof of anything. But people online started connecting the song to the allegations because that is how the internet works. Once people already have suspicions, they start connecting every possible detail.
White's life was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up.
Enter 5. As if those allegations were not enough, Jaguar later appeared in another interview and took things even further. This time, she did not only accuse Beyoncé of allegedly knowing something about the death of Jay-Z's alleged pregnant mistress, Kathy White. She also claimed that Beyoncé allegedly faked her pregnancy with Blue Ivy, and that Blue Ivy could possibly be the child Kathy was carrying before her death. According to Jaguar, the pregnancy story was allegedly staged, and Kathy was supposedly the person who was actually carrying the baby behind the scenes.
Now Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend?
So, Jag, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list.
People also started looking at an old investigative article from Hollywood Street King, where the writer tried to investigate the real cause of Kathy White's death. The article made several claims about what may have happened before and after her death. What made this interesting to people was that Hollywood Street King had also been one of the early outlets to report on the alleged relationship between Kathy and Jay-Z. According to the article, the writer immediately suspected something was wrong when Kathy's death was announced. The article claimed that Kathy did not die from a brain aneurysm, as had been widely reported online. It also claimed that an NIPD detective said Kathy's exact cause of death was uncertain and that an autopsy and toxicology reports were expected. The death was described as suspicious. Now, I cannot prove whether the allegations Jaguar is making about Beyoncé being involved in the attack on Diddy are true. But some people believe that Beyoncé and Jay-Z may want Diddy out of the way, and that is why they think she could have had something to do with the alleged attack. One person online said, Jaguar Wright's stories are starting to look less crazy as time goes on. Another person claimed they would not be surprised if Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé were connected to other major celebrity controversies. But now I want to know what you think. What do you think about Jaguar Wright's claims about Beyoncé? And do you really think Beyoncé and Jay-Z could be behind the alleged attack on Diddy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to click here to watch this other video.